We're up in line, but ready.
That's what we're thinking. That's what we're supposed to.
6 o'clock, we call the meeting order. The Open Meetings Act is posted on the wall. Roll call.
Holly.
Here.
Buckminster. Rod.
Here.
Wisdom.
Here.
Ferguson.
Present.
Ratcliffe.
Here.
Foraker. Here. Layden. We have a form.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I don't have much of a mayor's report, city administrator report.
I have a few items to talk through. We had a shortage of applications for the pool that's closed at the end of last week, so we only had, I think, 10 or 12 overall applications. We're getting an interview scheduled up for that, but we extended that application deadline through the end of the April 15th, close of business that day. We did up the wages to try to incentivize that, so lifeguards will go, they were used to be 12 and 13 bucks if they came back. We'll move those to 13 and 14 for those that come back, 13 for new. And then the support staff wage needed to be increased to get up to minimum wage. As of January 1, or $12, so we need to up that. Anyway, so that's out there. Hopefully we get some more applications in and we get that thing moving along. Regarding park restrooms, we have a lot of questions for that. Those are get opened this week. Last year we opened them a little earlier. I think we opened them like second week of March because we had good weather. With those 20-degree temps in the last week, we waited to get through that because we don't have any heat or anything in those bathrooms. They want to make sure we didn't have any issues. So those will be all opened up this week. Staff is getting that done. April 8th, 14th Street will be closed between Stone and Harlan for the street improvement project. They'll be demoing out the bricks. Our staff will be in there on the 8th, and then constructors comes in on April 15th to start their demo work. And as of March 9th, the Force Main project, which we put through for congressional direct spending, got appropriated. So that project will be awarded through SRF funds. That's $463,000 that we asked for. So that's a good little project. We'll be getting that bid out here hopefully by end of April or early May to get a fall construction. That's all I got.
Chief?
I don't have anything.
Okay. Under the consent agenda, we have minutes approval for March 18th, 2024, agenda approval, claims for March 16th through the 29th, consent agenda.
Motion to approve.
You have a second?
Second.
All vote.
6 yeas?
No old business, we'll go on the regular business, discussion and action, review and approval of the MPUA mutual aid agreement as recommended by the Board of Public Works.
All right, I think this is might be the first time the council has seen this. When Ray was in here, the MPUAs who we utilize to do our apprenticeships for our journeyman or for our linemen. Within that, they started getting with that mutual aid that was in that. MPUA's out of Missouri, but they encompass the surrounding states also. It used to be Missouri specific. So they were updating their mutual aid policy and agreements essentially to bring in those surrounding states. We just wanted to get that aware to council that we have this agreement. We did enact upon it in the last couple of years where we went over to, I think it was Rockport and Mound City and set some poles and did some things. When that happens, essentially we have within the agreements a set rate, your hourly rate plus fringe, and your cost, pretty much your cost to do services is billed through that to that city entity through the agreements, and then you get reimbursed for that if we got staff that can go to those. So they're updating that agreement. Board of Public Works wanted to get it through. Any questions with it?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All vote.
All right, 6 yeas?
Number 2, in discussion and action, permit to allow a controlled burn at the Fall City Aquatic Center and SCC, Fall City Learning Center.
They want to try to do a controlled burn between the pool and SCC Learning Center through that wetland area to try to control some of that underbrush and shrubbery. I think they're gonna we'll end up probably going in there and cleaning up some of that underbrush. Also, through coordination with SCC, just to pretty that up a bit for coming into town. So Rural Fire and Fall City Fire are going to do that burn if we approve it.
Motion to approve.
And whose ground is that?
It's technically SCC's.
Okay.
We have butted from the south. We mow pretty much to our line and a little bit onto them, actually.
Okay.
All right, so we had a first from Rod.
I'll second.
All vote.
All right, 6 yeas?
Number 3, discussion and action, review and approval of projects 20, 21, 22, 25, 29, 31, and 32, and project 006, change order 1 for the 2020 owner occupied rehabilitation program.
All right, so this should be the last round of projects for the 2020 owner occupied rehab program that we have extended. It's got through the end of August. These did not go to Housing Board, just with the timing of them, getting them together and then waiting to bring that to council. So I'm just bringing it directly to council for review, and hopefully approval. That's change order is the last piece, was some add-on work to one of the jobs to actually get it to fully expended.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All vote.
All right, 6 yeas?
Number 4, discussion and action, review of the fiscal year 2025 congressionally directed spending request form and local matching funds commitment letter from Phase 2 sanitary sewer rehabilitation and improvement.
All right, so as I said earlier, last year we submitted for the congressional direct spending for the sewer lift station, and which we've just awarded that to get that done. So each year you have appropriations go through Senator's office. Last year we did that through Senator Smith. Each of them and Fisher both have their own submittal process, and we can submit to both of those. Smith's hasn't released yet, but Fisher is released and due on April 3. The Senate Appropriations Committee has not provided guidance, like full guidance on it, so they're kind of TBD. But they know for sure that it's going to be a 20% match when it comes to this application. We have typically around 3 million allotted for SRF, and those through the SRF fund through the state. That's really a loan program. So each year we put these in, and if we ask for direct spending, those projects have to be within that allotment and within the state's plan. So we have these already in there. We're just trying to essentially get it appropriated prior to it getting to the state level. So we put through for the Phase 2 sanitary sewer rehab, that would be the lining, additional linings for our sanitary sewer, manhole rebuilds, and any spots that need like replacement done. Previously, we had it submitted as a $500,000 project. I asked up to $1 million, which we had, I think, like $3 million overall into SRF. So essentially, we'd like to get $1 million project done, have a 20% match, which is $200,000. We would not know until President's budget or Congress passed it through. You know, typically that'll be December, January, if they get things done into 2025 before we would know if that was even appropriated. So we need to get this submitted if we're going to ask for funding by April 3. And then we'll probably potentially look at an additional submittal through Smith's office, for a water main, like the first kind of phase or concept of the water mains.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All vote.
All right. 6 yeas?
That's the end of the agenda. Meeting's adjourned.
Still 6:25.